Hello people, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Barno. Hope you are doing fantastic and ready to tune into this video, which is another all things Liverpool team I followed ever since I was a little kid. By the title of this video, a question to be asked: have Liverpool finally turned a corner? So before we delve actually into what I'm going to talk about here, recent run results, etc, etc, if you are new around here, don't forget to drop a like and also subscribe as well. I've set myself a goal which I'll keep repeating. I want 1,000 subscribers on this channel this year, build up a proper community. We are closing in on 400 and we are now about to enter March, so I'm buzzing how everything's going this year. Shout out to everyone as well with the recent support on the videos, the one I made about dyspraxia, the one I made about Liverpool beforehand, and also the Bristol vlog, the matchday vlog. Next week I am back out on the road again watching football, back up at Plymouth, where I've been following their season, reporting on them an awful lot this season and tuning in how the League One season is going for them. So we're going up there again next week. Hopefully I don't curse them, but apart from that, let me delve into today's video, shall we? So let's get into this right now, and as I said before, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. May as well just kick it off with West Ham game today. We've come out with a big 5-2 win, a bit of a statement win, I thought, realistically for us today. I mean, you look at 5-2 and you think it's a closer scoreline, but overall we absolutely outplayed West Ham, scored 5 goals. They kind of got 2 lucky-ish goals. Overall, solid performance. It was well needed against West Ham at home. I mean, I was optimistic coming into this game because he was at home. Bit pessimistic on the fact of, well, West Ham are fighting a relegation battle at the minute, which is not good for them whatsoever. So I did think they would have a bit of a hand of trying to give us a bit of a game today. I mean, my score predictions was either we was going to win 2-3-0 comfortably, or we would have scraped a 2-1. If you didn't see last week against Nottingham Forest, we scraped a 1-0 somehow and got away with murder at that football match. So a 5-2 win. I mean, player of the match for me, Hugo Ekitike. Honestly, that bloke is levels, absolute levels in that forward position he plays for Liverpool. Not to discredit Darwin Núñez, I've always liked Darwin Núñez for what he did for Liverpool, but obviously he's a little bit rash, his finishing was a little bit all over the place, some incredible misses in between everything else. When you go from him to watching Hugo Ekitike, who is a classy, elegant finisher, and has exquisite link-up play, especially when Wirtz is fit and playing beyond him in that number 10 role, and also link up with Gakpo, and also Salah, the wing-backs, Frimpong, Kirkes, Joe Gomez potentially sometimes. It's confident to have a centre-forward like that. His finishing ability and the way he can place, he just makes perfect placement when he hits the ball. He's not always going for power. For me with Hugo, he's just more placement, and today the goal he scored just slots it in that near post. I'm just like, yeah, you are proper player for this club, man. I mean, he comes up to about 17 goals in all comps for the season for Liverpool so far this season. He's been a standout once again. I mean, other takeaways, Kirkes, solid once again. You know, a lot of people gave him a bit of stick at the start of the season for his performances. He's really turned the corner. The last few weeks, he's probably been one of our better players on the pitch, that's for sure. Szoboszlai, we know what Szoboszlai's like. Szoboszlai basically is our player of the year so far. Class, once again, 10 out of 10. Bloke runs around like he's got 10 lungs in his body. And also the fact that he just scores the most insane free kicks you'll ever see. That ball striking ability is second to none that he has on him. So it's a good win, a very, very good win. I mean, for Liverpool over the whole course of the weekend, because obviously we're trying to chase down a top 4, potentially top 5, depending on how the Champions League spots goes in the Premier League. But Villa obviously dropping points on Friday night kind of meant Liverpool had a little bit of oomph to go into West Ham game at home and really just get the 3 points and get it out of the way. But also a very solid, good performance to go with it as well. Now we're kind of waiting on to see if Chelsea can get anything off of Arsenal tomorrow. If they don't, which is good news for us, kind of need Arsenal to beat Chelsea. Will Palace get anything away at Old Trafford, and will United drop points? I can't really see it. Obviously, you're always going to cross your fingers. Hopefully, results around you do fall into your sort of place. Can't see it. We just kind of need to keep doing what we're doing. This momentum we've sort of built up. Need to keep it, use it in the dressing room, and use it on the field, and just keep playing with confidence as well. I mean, you look at it now, we've got 6 wins in our last 7. The only loss in that is the Man City at home. I mean, Man City are a prolific team. They're chasing down that title, so still a bit of a painful one with Haaland getting that last-minute penalty, but hey-ho, it was a loss. But we've had 6 wins in 7, man. We've scored 25 goals, conceded 5. This is the question I'm looking at now. Have we actually turned this corner? Because you remember recently, a couple months ago, it was 9 losses in 12. We went on a horrific, most horrific run of form I've seen us in many years, in my years of growing up and obviously watching Liverpool. And everyone wanted slot gone, players sold, dressing room had fallen out. And now I'm a bit more optimistic of the fact we have kind of maybe turned a corner and turned everything around. I mean, top 4, Title 5 race is well and truly on for us now, I'll be honest with you. We can really chase that down now. Also, the fact that we still have to play Chelsea again, Villa again, and Man United again, which is all within the last 5 to 6 weeks of the season. Second thing that gives me an optimistic as well with how we've turned the corner. We're into the last 16 of the Champions League. We already knew that anyway. We did qualify Qarabag and beat Marseille as well. That was an insane performance, that away in France. And obviously our opponents are Galatasaray in the last 16, which means we're going back to Galatasaray's stadium where we took a 1-0 loss earlier in the season in that horrific run of form. So revenge hopefully will be sweet. It is 2 legs this time in the Champions League, so we do get a home leg at Anfield, the second leg, which definitely favours us more. So we're still in the Champions League. We could go on a run in the Champions League, obviously meaning if we do get past Galatasaray, quarterfinals will be PSG, who knocked us out last year, who we actually scammed a 1-0 win away at their ground last year as well, or potentially Chelsea. So I think we do get past Galatasaray. The away leg will be tricky, but I think at home, European night with Liverpool, if we can keep players fit as well and keep them in form, I think we'll get past Galatasaray and we'll get to the quarterfinals. Never know, we could go on a European run. I'm always crossing my fingers because when we don't do well in the Premier League some seasons, Europe always seems to clutch up and we get a nice little European run going together. And obviously, the further you go in the Champions League as well, you do get more financial inheritance towards the club. I think Liverpool made £60 million off Champions League football last season. So we need Champions League season. We need Champions League football no matter what next season. Whether that means we actually go out and fully win the competition, I'd love for us to do it, but it'd be a very, very hard lot of work and a long shot if we do go out and win it, considering all the other teams that are still in it. But obviously the top 4, potentially 5 race is the main thing. We just need to keep grinding out results and grinding out results. Obviously our next game next week is Wolves away, who have now picked up a random bit of form, even though they're basically relegated. But I'm calling it the Wolverhampton double whammy. So we play Wolves on Tuesday, which is the Premier League, which is a big main thing that we need to get the 3 points in. And then we play them on Friday again in the FA Cup. And obviously the FA Cup is a competition we are still in, and we could still go and win. We could still go win the FA Cup. You just never know. Are we picking form up at the right time? I genuinely think we are. It's just a fact of what's going to happen with our injuries now. This is what I need to kind of break down and actually explain. Because Florian Wirtz was called as injured before the West Ham game. He didn't play on the West Ham game. And now Slot's confirmed it's further. So he's not actually playing the Wolves game either, which is kind of a worry because Wirtz has struggled this season, but the last 10 games he's played, he's really found his feet, found his form. His physicality's got an awful lot better on the field. He's winning a lot more duels, a lot more tackles. Creativity element, it's always been there. We know how good creativity element is with Florian Wirtz. He's just really showcasing it now, and he's putting in goals. You know, he scored against Wolves before. He can do it again. So I'm fingers crossed he'll be back before we know it. I don't think he's going to make the Tuesday game. I think that's already been confirmed. I do need him there, though. I mean, positive injuries. Obviously, Frimpong's been injured for a little while. He was back in the West Ham games. They basically scored anyway. It was an own goal to Sassy, but he'll take that down as an assist. But it's kind of good we've got him back because he got 4 assists and 5 before he went injured. Now he's back doing the same thing again. So happy days with him. The main one with injuries is Isak is only about 4 or 5 weeks away from being back in the team. That's what the reports are saying at the minute. Isak is the one player for me personally. Obviously, a lot of people don't really like the fella. I understand the way he went out of Newcastle and forced himself to Liverpool. Is he going to work at Liverpool? Obviously, the fact because we've already got Ekitike. I'm going to say is let it all work out. I genuinely think Isak's going to come back with a bit of vengeance and really show how good he is. We know how good he was at Newcastle, how good he was at Sociedad. I think he's got a lot of revenge and vengeance in him for all the critics and newspapers that have written articles about him in the last few months about his form and how he's not been fantastic and he struggled against low block teams. I think he's coming back and he's going to show everyone up. I have full 100% belief in that striker. I know how good he is. He's a brilliant football player. So Isak coming back soon with this UCL run we could potentially go on, the FA Cup run we could potentially go on, and obviously week in, week out trying to chase down top 4, top 5. Yeah, Isak's hopefully going to help us out a lot with that and showcase, you know, that striker that Isak is. Everything else with injuries, Leone, I mean, still not really heard too much about Leone as much as I really want Leone to come back and play in our defence unit. He only played 1 game a cup game against Southampton, but watching for 60 minutes, I'm like, this kid he looks like he's played for us for ages. Confidence, composed, doesn't mind having the ball, being on the ball, driving the ball forward, because you get younger centre halves that kind of want to get out of their feet a little bit quicker. He's happy to just take the ball, pass it, create play, run it forward. So when he'll be back, I don't really know. Obviously, Connor Bradley as well. No idea what's going on with Connor Bradley after that Martinelli incident, which I found absolutely shocking still. God knows what's happening with Connor Bradley, and I really am missing Connor Bradley, because obviously our right back situation at the minute is either it's Sobbo, it's Curtis, or it's Joe Gomez, because Joe Gomez did play the West Ham game. Good to see him back, but obviously Endo played right back for us against Sunderland and completely suffered after his knee just completely gave way. I mean, the dude still tried getting up after his knee and ankle just collapsed. Pure adrenaline at that time, and then got taken off on a stretcher, which is such a shame, because Endo obviously doesn't really get many minutes for us, but when he's asked to do a job, the guy really does go out there and do a job for us. So there's injuries that are coming back. There's injuries we do have now. I think, obviously, as I said before, Wirtz being out for a little bit is the main one, which is such a shame, because he now really finds his confidence and form. Just hopefully no more injuries within the squad. We've had a good win today. No injuries have come out of that game. And now next week we've got a double game week with Wolves. And then we'll be on to Galatasaray away in the first leg of that Champions League round of 16. But I'm optimistic. I'm feeling a bit more every game we go into now. I'm confident we can actually go out there and win again. As I said before, 6 wins in 7 now. I mean, it's not really like we've been playing horribly bad. I mean, if you want to break down the Nottingham Forest game, we did scam a win. We somehow just pinched it right at the end. But sometimes that's how you get 3 points. You play bad for 90 minutes. You still get it done. That's the major thing that matters. We just got to keep this run of form going now. Keep the momentum going. Keep the players fit. Take no risks with injuries, or don't risk any player of getting injured, because I don't think we could deal with any more injuries at the minute, especially in the centre-back department. If Virgil or Kanate goes down injured now, we're a little bit short in defence, and it would really impact the team. But it's been okay. I'm very happy we've just got West Ham home out the way, because it was a bit of an awkward game, as I said before. They're fighting relegation. We're trying to chase down top 4, top 5. It's just, I thought it could have been a little bit awkward, but no, proved me wrong. Got it done. Happy days. 5 goals scored. On to the next one. So I'm optimistic. I think Liverpool, personally for me, we have turned the corner. About time, after the recent run of horrible form we had back then. But obviously we'll get to the end of this season. Whether Slot's going to stay, I don't know. Can't really decide that myself. For me personally, I'd rather have Xabi Alonso come in. I think he understands the fan base a lot more. I think he'll be the man that can really drive us forward, drive us to the next level with the squad of players we've got now. Always will thank Slot for what he's done for us, won us a Premier League title. But, we still could perform some magic this season for us. He could still win us a Champions League, and he could still potentially win us an FA Cup. So we'll see how we go. Fingers crossed. I'm optimistic. The game's coming up. Not too bad. Just got to take one each day. Let's say each day. Take each game as it comes at the minute, and just keep driving the performances up. Just keep playing well, banging in goals, getting results, and hopefully by the end of the season, we've had a nice little run and won a trophy. Fingers crossed. So that's my thoughts and everything at the minute. I think we have turned the corner. Hopefully. Bring on next week. Let's fucking go Liverpool, man. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. A little bit of just a waffle about Liverpool Football Club. As I always like to do with a lot of people, if you know me in person, I'm always chatting Liverpool. I have people taking the mickey out of Liverpool to me when we do lose games, especially my TikTok live streams. Loads of people like taking the mickey out of Liverpool with me, which I completely understand. It's all good football banter at the end of the day. So, I'll stop waffling now. Hope you've enjoyed this video. As I said before, if you are new around here, do subscribe, would be much appreciated, and also drop a like or a comment as well, and let me give you show me some of your opinions or comments of what you think of Liverpool at the minute, or anything footballing wise in general, whether Man U, Chelsea or Villa will get top 4, if anyone will drop out the top 4 / top 5 potential. But do let me know. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll see you on another video very, very soon.